12. I know a lot of them couldn't make it, but we do have plenty of them here. We want to make sure that they're in the room. Next part's for you boys. Are we missing anybody else that's here? Alright, we're going to continue our celebration of greatness tonight as we honor the 10-year anniversary of the 2012 state championship team. It's been 10 years. It's good to see these guys back. In order to get us kind of in the mood, we're going to watch a 3-minute clip though real quick. All right, let's go ahead and get you guys on up here. You guys can get in front now. The middle of the hour. All right. Here we go. A team that started 0-4, climbed to a 3 seed in districts and finished the year outscoring opponents in the playoffs by a score of 64-16, en route to the biggest dog pile in school history. All in all, it was a team effort with plenty of heroes because everybody was willing to fill a role in order to make the pieces fit together perfectly. Now, just a little backstory on this. I was talking to Coach Jones before a couple weeks ago, and we're like, hey, we're going to be doing this thing for the 2012 group. I need you to write something. He goes, all right, no problem. Yeah, we'll keep it about a page or something like that. Anything in particular? I said, well, I think it'd be really cool if you could include every kid's name on the 2012 team. And he kind of looked at me, and I know he was thinking of something. He was really nice about it, though. But he was kind of like, I should have never came down to see you today because you always give me more work to do. So, he did a great job with this. Here it is. We had young players step in and push practice and help us compete with Jared Corbett, Chad Jones, and Tyler Jennings. We had guys willing to be defensive and base running specialists in Chris Lepsky and Dan Hanks. If things got too serious and we needed something to break the tension, no problem. Brandon Henry and Cody Gridley were there to remind us the game is supposed to be fun. Cody Bass brought competitiveness and grit. We had our super utility guy in Ryan Fritz, while Kyle Younger led the state in sack bunts and successful hit and runs. You had the quietly stellar Jack Quick behind the plate, providing consistency and balancing the lineup. And what more could you ask from the hitting machine, Matt Kasinger? Dual threat pitcher / outfielder Nick Bombakis just simply outcompeted anyone he faced that year, while the muscle and swagger was provided by Eric Beisel, who also tended to get some timely hits. Needless to say, the pitching staff was led by the three-headed monster of Brian Quazabar, Rudy May, and Joey Shank, who were not only dominant but always had each other's backs. Summit Baseball Hall of Famer Clayton Evans was the dynamic force on offense and defense, and luckily saved his best performances for when we really needed them. Then there was our defensive anchor, Jacob Anir, who we were praying every day, or every ball was hit to him down the stretch because he just wasn't going to make an error. Lastly, who could forget old Petey, our spiritual leader in rock? Whenever we were down, he picked us up and kept us together. Really an MVP season for Petey. Through broken bones, concussions, and pickoffs, whether we were struggling to start the season, down against an arrogant Parkway South team in sectionals, or battling to stay united after being behind against Parkway North, there was always someone willing to step up and right the ship. It was a true team. It may have taken some time, but eventually everybody found their place in the perfect puzzle that created the perfect run to that perfect ending. We got some shirts for these guys. If anybody else is interested in these shirts, they're up front, they're 20 bucks. I bought some extras. I figured maybe some parents or just some fans, alumni, would like to go ahead and have one. So I believe they're up on the front by the registration. We do have some of these extra though. Pretty nice. Would you believe it if I asked Coach Jones to take the lead on the shirt? You'd be correct. Did a good job designing it. It's a 10-year anniversary. It's got all the games on the back of the run to the state title. So we're going to go ahead and get a picture. Let's give these guys a round of applause real quick. All right. I'm going to try to get through this in front of these 5 young men without saying one cuss word, because I couldn't do it in any practice that year. Here's what I'll tell you about that game. going into that last inning, there were 3 guarantees that I knew was going to happen. We were down the run, and I knew 3 things were going to happen. I knew Clayton Evans was leading off, and he was going to get on base. There was no doubt Clayton Evans was going to get on base. Toughest leadoff hitter I've seen. Number 2, our 2-hitter. Kyle Younger was going to find a way to get him in the scoring position. Okay, those were the first 2 guarantees. And then I also knew if it got to Beisel, we were going to be state champions. That was a no doubter. And it had to get to him to get to that point. But I knew it wasn't going to get to Bombakis, who was next. And if it was, he was going to squeeze Letsky in. All right, boys, congratulations. It's been 10 years. I can't believe it. Feels like it was yesterday. Still does. You boys changed my life. Thank you. We'll go ahead and do the next horse race in about 5 or 6